I better be getting some love down in the comments section for this one. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome back to another episode of WWE 2K14 Universe Mode. We're here with SummerSlam. Finally, it's here. And let's take a look at the card. Tag team titles on the line. New Millennia versus Tons of Funk. Intercontinental Championship, Christian versus Ryback. CM Punk versus John Cena. The Miz versus Antonio Cesaro. Daniel Bryan, Kane the Undertaker, taking on the Shield in a 6-man tag. Divas Championship, Natalya versus Kaitlyn. And the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line in a 6-man pinfall battle royal. Sheamus, Randy Orton, Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, Mark Henry, and Batista. And we're going to start off the show. It's a tradition. We got to have Jack Swagger in the first match of the evening. It's just tradition. It's how it's been throughout Universe Mode so far. I mean, at first it was an accident. Then I picked up on it. I'm like, okay, this has got to be a tradition. As long as it's doable, we're going to make it happen. If Swagger's got a match on the pay-per-view, he's going to kick off the show. So we have Jack Swagger and Zack Ryder, the New Millennia, teaming up against Tons of Funk. So go ahead, grab some popcorn, get a drink, a snack, whatever you need, because we're in for the long haul for this one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. On the way to the ring, they are the WWE Tag Team Champions, Zack Ryder and the All-American Jack Swagger, the New Millennia.
The WWE Universe can't get enough of their champion. Listen to this reaction.
Introducing the challengers first. From Planet Funk, weighing 375 pounds, the Funkasaurus, Brodus Clay.
Oh man, two of the most exciting superstars in the WWE, and the title is on the line.
Team partner, weighing 360 pounds,
The challenger ready for action in this event, and I think those hands could be full in this match.
That right there is what this match is all about. The WWE Tag Team Championships are on the line as the New Millennia will defend it against Tons of Funk. And as you can see, there are the tag team titles. As you see on one corner, we have the New Millennia, Jack Swagger and Zack Ryder. In the other, we have Brodus Clay and Tensai, Tons of Funk. Let's get this underway. They magically switch corners. I'm not going to question it. Anyway, so it looks like we're going to start off with Zack Ryder and Brodus Clay in the ring. And to be honest, I never would have thought Tons of Funk would have gotten here. I mean, by the way things were shaping up, it looked like it was going to be the primetime players taking on the New Millennia, but no. Tons of Funk, they got some pretty key victories, including one over the primetime players in a number 1 contenders match on Raw this past Monday. And they got themselves this tag team title opportunity. Now we're just going to have to see if they manage to not squander it. Will they actually be a formidable tag team and get the victory here? I mean, so far, from what we've seen, it's not all about fun. And, I mean, they can have fun. They can have fun and dance around, but when it comes down to it, so far, they're proven that they can go the distance and that they can be serious competitors and they can be a successful tag team, but can they be successful enough to call themselves champions? Well, I guess we're going to have to find out. But one thing I want to touch on, this is the longest video ever on my channel. It's going to be, by the time I add in the promos, this could be close to an hour and a half. So, I mean, one thing I got to address, I had an Extreme Rules pay-per-view for Multiverse, and it was even shorter than this one. Yet somehow the render time, I mean, because I had the same issue with this one at first. I think it was Elgato, because I just did a recording today, and it was fine. So I think it was just Elgato was messing up, like with the end processing or something, because like 3 of the recordings I did, 2 of them just happened to be pay-per-views, of course, and then another video, but they had all the same issue. And like when I rendered out, like when I tried to render the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, it was maybe an hour 10 minutes at most. I mean, it was less than this one. It was like not as long as this one, and this was after I went through the whole process. I explained it on that video, so I'm not gonna really go in depth, but I mean, for whatever reason, that video length was going to render over 26 hours and counting. I mean, it was really high up there. I'm not even joking. It was above 25 hours rendering when I just said, okay, screw this, because it was still going up. It was gonna hit 26 hours, and I don't know how much longer it would have gone on for, but I had to trim that one short. Then this one, for some reason, I'm not going to lie, it did take over a day to render. And, I mean, I didn't want to have to do that twice in a row. That's why I cut the Extreme Rules one short. That, and, I mean, I don't have time to render 2 pay-per-views. I don't have time to spend 2 days rendering just pay-per-views. I mean, I actually use my laptop for stuff. I'd like to be able to, you know, get on YouTube. Maybe if I have any homework I need to do, I'd like to do that. In my wrestling league, got some stuff there. I mean, I just like to be able to do other things on my computer besides rendering videos, which is why normally I'll render them out at like night or when I'm at school, so that way it's not gonna, you know, stop me from using the computer if I need to use it for anything. But for whatever reason, this one, it was less rendering time than Extreme Rules, even though it was longer, so I don't get it. So before, you know, I get any complaints, which I usually don't get, I don't have really any troll people in the comments yet, but I mean, maybe you never know. There could be one guy who's like, oh, you turned Extreme Rules to crap, but then you got this long video. I don't know, just I'm trying to think of something like generic, something troll would say, but anyway, you get the gist. This video, I had technical difficulties a little bit, but not as much with Extreme Rules, so I just feel like I had to get that out of the way now. And anyway, let's get into talking about this one. Tag team titles on the line. Tons of Funk, the challengers, and the champions, the New Millennia, squaring off here. And we've got Brodus and Jack Swagger in the ring right now. And Jack Swagger rakes the eyes of Brodus Clay. Kick to the gut there by Brodus. And now Brodus has Swagger for a T-bone suplex. And Brodus Clay now hooks the leg. 1, 2, never mind. Swagger kicks out. So it's going to take more than that if Tons of Funk hope to win the tag team titles. But now Swagger there, is that a bit of a Cobra clutch there? And Swagger maybe looking to make Brodus, maybe looking to make Brodus tap out here. But Brodus elbow to the ribs, and he takes him down from behind as now Brodus makes a tag into Tensai. And now Tensai here. Nope, now it's Swagger in control. And a leg sweep takes down Tensai. Sweet T could be in trouble here. Now Swagger with a running chop block there. And those are big tree trunk legs of Tensai, so Swagger maybe trying to soften him up for the Patriot lock here. 1, never mind. Tensai kicks out. Not even a 1 count, but now Swagger, look at the strength with the gut wrench powerbomb. And Swagger could be looking to end this now. 1, 2. No! Tensai kicks out. I could have sworn that looked like it was close to a 3 count. That was almost a 3 count. But Swagger, with a kick to the gut there, blocks a punch. And now he's in a headlock. He's got Tensai here. But Tensai, elbow to the face of Jack Swagger. And now Tensai looking to try and get back into things here. He's got to rebound off that gut-wrench powerbomb. Could still be feeling the effects of it. But, I mean, we've got Brodus Clay, who suffered a bit of damage, so now he's over there on the apron. So Tensai, he's going to have to spend a little bit of time here trying to inflict some damage back to Jack Swagger. There's an elbow to the lower back of Jack Swagger. Now an axe handle and another one, but now Swagger is able to roll out of the way of that one. And now Swagger, once again, gut-wrench powerbomb to Tensai. And I don't know, this one could be it, folks. That second gut-wrench powerbomb may just be enough to put down Tensai, and Swagger into the cover. 1, 2... No, and Brodus just barely gets in there with the headbutt. Barely, I cannot stress that enough. That was like 2 in 30 seconds. That could not have been any more closer. Brodus managing to just keep Tons of Funk alive by a mere millisecond there. If that's even enough to... I mean, that was just such a close pinfall. That was almost a 3 count, but Brodus barely got in there to break that up. And now Tensai, belly-to-belly takedown to Jack Swagger. And now Tensai, thought he was going to tag out, but now Tensai just leaves the ring. Maybe trying to catch his breath. He has taken 2 gut-wrench powerbombs, so Tensai probably needs to get out of there, but Swagger, he's taken enough punishment himself. Headbutt from Tensai. And Zack Ryder, I mean, for the most part, for the new Millennia, Swagger's been doing a lot of the work, as now Tensai makes the tag, or doesn't make the tag, but now he makes the tag to Brodus. And now Tensai, ooh, this isn't going to feel good. Oh my God, Brodus Clay gets whipped right into Jack Swagger, and that's all the weight of Brodus Clay combined with the strength of Tensai just crashing into Swagger. 2 counts, and Swagger kicks out. But that was just high impact there to Jack Swagger, and Swagger, he's going to need to make a tag out of this one. He's already sustained a bunch of punishment, and Swagger can't afford to take too much more, and here's Brodus with another T-bone suplex to Jack Swagger. And now Swagger back to his feet, kick to the gut of Brodus. And now Swagger again, a 3rd gut-wrench powerbomb. Look at the strength of Swagger. That's his 3rd gut-wrench powerbomb of the night. This one to Brodus, and now hooks the leg here. 1, 2. No, I can't tell. Was Brodus kicking out? I think Tensai just got in there again at the last second possible to break out the pin. And now Brodus with a shoulder charge knocks down Jack Swagger. And now Tensai back into this one. So, I mean, that's 2 very close calls here for Tons of Funk. And now Swagger makes the tag into Zack Ryder. And hot tag fail. Seriously, I mean, I have never seen the AI get a successful hot tag in this game. I don't know what it is, but I've just never seen it happen. And now Tensai with the armbar onto Zack Ryder, but Swagger gets in there to break it up. And now Ryder, I mean, Ryder, he's the fresh man, but when you're going up against the power of someone like Tensai or even Brodus Clay, elbow drop from Tensai, but Ryder, he's going to have to dig down deep. He's going to have to rely on that speed, that quick offense to try and put away Tensai here. But Tensai now, what is this? Oh, what a maneuver there. Almost like a gutbuster there with the shoulders. Ow, that looked painful. But Zack Ryder now with a forearm to the face into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out there. Dang, that referee needs to get in position. That could have been a 3 count. New Millennia may have retained the tag titles there, but the referee was a bit slow. And speaking of the referee, you know, I don't know if it's just online, but... Oh, wait, roll up by Tensai. Roll up by Tensai here. 1. Broken up by Zack Ryder there, but I don't know if it's just online, but, you know, the referee sometimes, when you go for a pin, it's like 1, 2, 3. Like, I mean, maybe not that quick, but it's just like, you get, like, I don't know, never mind, but count as a small package, 2 count, and Ryder gets in there to break it up, but it's kind of like 1, 2, 3. Like, I mean, the 3 count is just a lot quicker than the 2 count, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just online, but I haven't really seen it too much offline, but anyway, Swagger off the power slam, hooks the leg here. 1, 2, and Tensai kicks out there. So both of these teams have taken punishment here, and it's just a matter of what is going to be the final straw. What's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, so to speak. And Tensai reverses the roll-up, and 3 Tons of Funk! Tons of Funk defeat New Millennia here, and they defeat, I just said that, they defeat the New Millennia, and they're your new tag team champions, and I don't believe this. I didn't think Tons of Funk would make it to a tag team title match, let alone to win the belts. And, well, this is a shocker to start out the pay-per-view. And Tons of Funk, they defeat the new Millennia, the team of Ryder and Swagger, and they're your new WWE Unified Tag Team Champions. And I'm in shock. I did not expect Tons of Funk to walk out the winners here, but they did it, and Tons of Funk defeats the new Millennia, and they're your new Tag Team Champions. But now, we've got another big matchup here. Intercontinental Championship is on the line. Christian taking on Ryback. He's got a few big victories leading into this one. Walking in with the upper hand, we'll see if he can leave with the title.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 227 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Christian.
The WWE Universe can't get enough of their champion. Listen to this reaction.
Introducing the challenger from Sin City, weighing 291 pounds, Ryback.
Oh, I am ready for this.
And here we go. Intercontinental Championship is on the line. That's the prize these two superstars are fighting for here tonight. That Intercontinental Championship. It's Ryback taking on the champion, Captain Charisma, Christian. Alright, so let's get into this one. We have the Human Wrecking Ball Ryback, the challenger here for that Intercontinental Championship. And like I said, he's got a few big victories in recent weeks. And we saw a couple of weeks ago he attacked Christian backstage. But Christian, since then, has returned to competition. Christian got a victory over Damian Sandow on Friday, on SmackDown just a few days ago. So Christian, both these superstars are bringing momentum into this one. We'll just have to see who has the most and can they utilize that throughout the match in order to walk out with the title. As we can see here, Christian sporting the white, black, and yellow. And there's a nice swinging neck breaker there. But Christian, his model hasn't really changed too much since WWE 13. But to be fair, Christian really didn't have that many appearances on TV. And even when he did, he came back around like Money in the Bank. No, it was a little bit before that, but he came back and then wasn't really around for that long. So it's kind of like the Rey Mysterio deal, where not too much of a change in attire, and even if it's not, like I don't know, like changes in entrances or attire or something like that, you really wouldn't have expected too much because they weren't on TV enough. So like Rey Mysterio's entrance, people were complaining. I think people were complaining about like his entrance or something like that, or the logo on his t-shirt or something. He didn't have that many appearances, so it's not really a big deal. And I know people were complaining, oh, Christian looks the same. Well, he didn't change, really. He wasn't on TV really enough to change too much, so I don't know. But I'm getting sidetracked. We're going to talk about this matchup here between Ryback and Christian. And Christian now on the outside here with Ryback. As we know, Ryback, he can't win the title by a countout. He's going to have to win it inside the ring by pinfall or submission. But Ryback could still be looking to inflict some punishment here on the outside. And there's a jackhammer from Ryback. As you can begin to hear the Goldberg chant start. I'm just kidding. So Ryback sends Christian into the ring. And now Ryback tapping his head, looking to get fired up. Try to, I don't know, just fire himself up here. And Christian back suplex, taking down Ryback. And now Christian in control right now. Dragging him away from the ropes, going into the cover here. One, but a kick out from Ryback. As you see Ryback kind of powering out there. It's going to take a lot to put down someone as big and powerful as Ryback. Christian maybe going to want to go after the legs or maybe the arms just to try and take away the power of Ryback. And now Ryback, counter from Christian. There's a kick to the gut. And here's Christian now, setting up Ryback. Could be looking to end it. Kill switch. Engage. And he just planted Ryback. And Christian could be moments away from retaining that championship as he rolls him over into the cover. One. But Ryback kicks out at one. Not even a 2 count. And Ryback now with that big like belly charge. I don't know what to call it. It's ridiculous. You gotta give it something ridiculous like the belly bumper. I don't know. But Ryback into the cover and a kick out from Christian. I mean, I don't know what to call that. It's so ridiculous. It's got to have a ridiculous name, you know, give it something like the belly bump or something stupid. But Ryback into the corner there as now Christian back in control. Flapjack there, sending Ryback onto his face. But now Ryback back up as he has to be. Oh, meat hook out of nowhere. Meat hook clothesline out of nowhere. And now Ryback could be about to win this one here. 1, 2. No, not a 2 count. Christian kicks out. So it was a very close one there. Blocks the chop. And now Ryback punch to the face from Christian. And now Ryback's got Christian. Christian got caught. And now Ryback's got him up on his shoulders here. For the shell shock, he's marching around the ring. Looking to finish Christian off here. Shell shock. Plants Christian into the mat. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Ryback defeats Christian. And we have a new Intercontinental Champion. The second title to change hands here tonight. First, it was Tons of Funk in the tag team titles. And now it's Ryback, your new Intercontinental Champion. And I don't know, we're going to have to see how that title looks around the waist of Ryback, as Christian has held that belt since Extreme Rules. So, I guess it's about time the title changed hands, and Ryback, he's the one to take the belt off of Christian, winning the title here tonight with that shell shock. But he pulled that meat hook clothesline out of nowhere, and that just completely discombobulated, I don't even know if that's the right word, but completely caught Christian off guard, knocked him out cold, and then that shell shock was just pretty much, I don't know, Christian, I'd have to say Christian was out with that meat hook, but Ryback came in and finished it off with the shell shock. So now we've got a very interesting matchup here. CM Punk versus John Cena. And if CM Punk wins, he'll get a match with Daniel Bryan. But he has to win.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 222 pounds, CM Punk.
Oh, listen to this place. Everybody's on their feet. I love this atmosphere.
approaching the ring, from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing 240 pounds, John Cena!
Both superstars look ready. I'm excited for this one.
Are you all ready for this one? This match here has the potential to possibly steal the show, because we know CM Punk and John Cena, they've had iconic clashes in the past, and we'll see if this could be another one right here. But the whole build behind this match is very, very interesting. I mean, for lack of a better term, is just kind of weird the way this match has been built around. Is Vince McMahon, I mean, Daniel Bryan had been asking for weeks, for a little over a month now, he's been asking for a match with CM Punk, and Vince McMahon just has not given it to Daniel Bryan, or CM Punk for that matter. And then we saw CM Punk on Main Event. He came to Vince McMahon before the show and asked Vince McMahon why Vince wouldn't give Daniel Bryan a match with CM Punk, why these two could not compete against each other. And Vince McMahon came back saying that neither of the two could sell merchandise, and that at this point in time, a match between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan is just not entertaining, that it wouldn't sell the pay-per-view. But yet Punk fires back, getting a superstar like The Miz on the card. And at that point, Vince McMahon gave Punk this matchup with John Cena because, in Vince's own words, John Cena can sell merchandise. He's proven it in the past. And Vince even proceeded to take a shot at CM Punk's title reign in 2012, but in the end, we got this matchup here between John Cena and CM Punk, and Vince told Punk that if he defeats Cena here tonight, he can have his match with Daniel Bryan. He didn't say when it would happen, he didn't say where it would happen, but he did say that if Punk can defeat Cena, Punk will get a match with Daniel Bryan. But yet we have to wonder, I mean, he didn't say anything about if Cena won, so will Cena receive anything in return for a victory here tonight? Or is Cena pretty much just getting brought into this by Vince McMahon? Cena hasn't really said anything on the matter, and he seemed kind of unrelated to it, but then Vince, sucked Cena into this whole debacle here this whole issue here with Punk, Vince, and Bryan, and now he's gotten brought into this issue. So Cena, maybe he doesn't get anything in return. Maybe he just is here as, Vince can't wrestle, so maybe Cena's just the advocate for Vince McMahon or something. I don't know. I don't know exactly what Cena's role in all this is, but pretty much an obstacle for Punk to try and overcome here tonight. And if Punk can do it, he'll get a match with Bryan. So I think I've talked about this matchup enough. Let's actually get into the actual wrestling. Wow, I just killed actual there, but we have CM Punk, John Cena here, and Punk had Cena in the corner, but now Punk is in the corner, and now takes him down with a bit of a leg sweep there. And a kick to the back of John Cena's. CM Punk sporting the red, white, and blue. I think I can't really tell what that color is, even though I made the attire. No, it's red, white, and black. What am I saying? But Punk with a nice enziguri kick to the side of the head of John Cena, and a springboard moonsault to John Cena, taking him down. As you could hear earlier on, we had chants of John Cena and CM Punk echoing throughout the arena, and now Punk with a roll-up here, 2 count, and no, John Cena counters. And now into the bridge here. 1, 2. But Punk gets out of it here. And now turns Cena into a backslide. 1. Not even 1 count as Cena kicks out there. And now here's CM Punk countered by Cena. And Cena now, belly to belly, takes down CM Punk. And an elbow to the face there from John Cena. And now Cena gaining control here with a neck snap. Well, he didn't snap his neck, but never mind. I don't know where I was going with that, but CM Punk now. Oh, it looks like he's going for a go to sleep, but no. Cena counters with an elbow to the side of the head. And now, just like it happened on Main Event a few weeks ago, Cena into the attitude adjustment, hooks the leg here. 1, 2. No, but this time CM Punk stays alive. He kicks out of the AA there. And now Cena is going to take a little more than that to put away CM Punk. Punk counters the Irish whip. And once again, arm trap neck breaker there to John Cena. And CM Punk looking to go springboard here. Went for the elbow drop, but Cena rolls out of the way here. And now Cena maybe trying to set up the 5 moves of doom here, as that is not what CM Punk can afford to take right now. As he hit a nice float over DDT, a forearm to the face there. And now Cena with a roll-up here. 1, 2. No! CM Punk just barely kicks out there. There was almost a 3 count on the roll-up. And now there was a chop there. Cena belly-to-belly slam to CM Punk. And now he flips him over here. Counter from Punk. Fights off Cena. And now Cena blocks the drop kick here. Kick to the gut from Punk. And now John Cena. A hard Irish whip. Punk bounces out of the turnbuckle here. And right into a fisherman suplex. That is vintage John Cena there. Into the cover. 1, 2. No, CM Punk still stays alive there. And these counts are getting very close to 3. Punk just a split second away from being counted down there. But Punk's back in control here. Going to the top rope. And now, shot to the face of Cena. Went for a crossbody, but he got caught. And here's Cena now with a gut buster to CM Punk. Almost thought he was going to counter it into the AA. 2 count, and again, CM Punk kicks out there. Cena went for the punch to the face, but now it's CM Punk with a backhand to John Cena. And now a kick to the back of John Cena here as CM Punk picks up John Cena. And he's got him here. What is he setting up? There's a soda twist there from CM Punk. The clothesline takes down John Cena. And now Punk once again going springboard here. Went for the elbow, but Cena was able to avoid it, and he takes him down with a clothesline. But Punk quickly rebounds back to his feet. And now from behind John Cena here. Back suplex to John Cena. And CM Punk here just sort of waiting here, trying to bide his time, recover a little bit before going back at Cena with an abdominal stretch. And Cena may have to tap out here, but I've never seen Cena tap out before. It's not impossible, but Cena rarely does he ever tap. It's almost impossible for Cena to tap is what it seemed like. But Cena hooks the leg. 1, 2, and another kick out there from CM Punk as this is getting very close here, folks. Roll up again by Cena. 1, 2, 3, and John Cena rolls up CM Punk and defeats the straight edge savior here tonight. As the Second City Saint just didn't quite have what it took to put away Cena here. As Cena surprised Punk with that roll up and got the victory, spoiling CM Punk's chances at a match with Daniel Bryan. So now that Cena's got the victory, the question is, will Cena get anything in return, or is this just a match for Cena to build up some momentum, try to climb more in the ranks, maybe try to get closer to a potential WWE title match? I mean, we haven't seen Cena compete for that title in quite a while, but Cena, he's victorious here tonight against CM Punk, and Punk will not be getting his match with Daniel Bryan as of now anyways. So let's move on. This is a number 1 contenders match for the United States Championship between The Miz and Antonio Cesaro. Cesaro, he's racked up quite a number of wins recently, and The Miz won a triple threat on Raw this past Monday, so we'll have to see who can win here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing 231 pounds, The Miz.
The awesome one is on his way to make more must-see WWE television.
Approaching the ring from Switzerland, weighing 232 pounds, Antonio Cesaro.
Both superstars look ready. I'm excited for this one.
And now we can finally get this matchup underway here between The Miz, the Awesome One, and his opponent Antonio Cesaro, Swiss Superman. And anyway, like I was saying previously, prior to the entrances, Antonio Cesaro, he's picked up a few number of weeks. He's, in fact, undefeated in singles competition so far in this universe mode, but Cesaro fights out of the corner there, but Miz just throws him right back in. But The Miz, like I was saying, he won a triple threat against Kofi Kingston and Santino Marella to be Cesaro's opponent for this match here tonight. And since Jack Swagger, he's already competed in the tag team title match in which he lost, if you missed that match. But Swagger, we're not going to force him to compete twice in one show, in one pay-per-view. I mean, he went through a pretty big match with Ryder against Tons of Funk. So, I mean, as long as I have a choice, I really would rather not have superstars compete twice in one show. And I'm sure Vince McMahon agrees on that point. But anyway, so like I was saying, I mean, in case something like a tournament or something like that, that's sort of exempt. But I mean, like 2 separate matches, separate stories, that kind of thing. But anyway, so Swagger, he's already competed. So we have this number 1 contenders match, and the winner will face Jack Swagger on Monday Night Raw for the United States Championship. So it's going to be The Miz, Cesaro fighting for that number 1 contender spot, as Cesaro gets dumped to the outside there from The Miz. As Cesaro, undefeated since his debut a few weeks ago, he debuted before the Vengeance pay-per-view in a victory over Santino Marella. He then competed with Dolph Ziggler in a tag team victory over Kofi Kingston and Santino. But of course, they were blindsided that night. Kofi and Santino were blindsided by the new Millennia, because Big E Langston and Dolph Ziggler were going to be in tag team title match at Vengeance with the new Millennia, so they got involved in that one. And speaking of Big E Langston, DLC comes out. I mean, by the time this video's up, DLC will probably be out December 3rd. Big E Langston and Fandango. Oh, wait, I messed that up. Fandango. Anyway, so it'll be them, the Bellas, and I think that, oh yeah, Summer Rae. Summer Rae's free. How can I forget about Summer Rae, the beautiful blonde? I don't know, but anyway. So that DLC will be coming out on December 3rd. Hopefully Big E Langston, Fandango, all those people can get inserted into universe mode fairly shortly. But I mean, if it comes to like bringing in a new superstar, like even if it's created wrestler or something like that, I don't like to just randomly, bring people in. I mean, in some cases I do, but certain superstars, I'd like to not, just randomly bring them in. I'd like to give them a reason to just sort of appear out of nowhere and get into the storyline. So that's how that goes. But wait a minute. Okay, these two are squaring off here. And what the hell is that? Is that Bray Wyatt? What? Bray Wyatt? He hasn't made an appearance. But Miz from behind attacking Cesaro. What? Why is Bray Wyatt here? I'm still confused. What business does he have out here? But Miz! Skull-crushing finale to Cesaro into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and The Miz defeats Cesaro here tonight. And it'll be The Miz challenging Jack Swagger for the United States Championship on Raw. But what? What did Bray Wyatt want out here? Bray Wyatt just cost Cesaro the match. He distracted Cesaro, and The Miz capitalized, defeating Cesaro here tonight off the skull-crushing finale. But what did Bray Wyatt want? Why was Bray Wyatt here? I mean, he made his debut here tonight at SummerSlam. I mean, his first appearance in this universe mode, but what did Bray Wyatt want with Antonio Cesaro? I don't know. We have to go from the strange events to that past match here. We now have the 6-man tag, The Shield, taking on the Brothers of Destruction and Daniel Bryan in the 6-man tag team match.
The following 6-man contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
Alright, are you guys hyped for this match? Because I am. We have a 6-man tag. Brothers of Destruction and Daniel Bryan. Or I guess you could say Team Hell No and the Undertaker. However you want to go about it. They be teaming, I don't know what I'm saying. They will be teaming up against the Shield. Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan going to start things out here. Big dropkick there as Roman Reigns and Ambrose kind of distracted Bryan there. And Rollins went to capitalize. But Bryan, he's going to have to get out of the Shield's corner. So he's already running into a little bit of trouble there. But Seth Rollins takes down Daniel Bryan. Like I was saying, the Brothers of Destruction in the last Monday Night Raw of WWE 13 made their return and delivered a double choke slam to, I believe it was Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns at that night. And, I mean, Daniel Bryan had been in a match with Dean Ambrose. Bryan was victorious, but the Shield attacked Bryan. No, or was it Ambrose who was victorious? I don't know. Yeah, it was Bryan who was victorious. The Shield attacked Daniel Bryan. And then the Brothers of Destruction made their return, or I guess you could say their debut in this universe mode, but made their return to the WWE. And they rescued Daniel Bryan, I guess you could say, with the double choke slam, making a very impactful statement with their return. And they've gone after the Shield since then. Bryan, he's had issues with the Shield in the past, and with not getting his match with CM Punk, I guess Bryan can take out some of his aggression on the Shield here tonight. That is, if he can get some offense going, as Roman Reigns currently in control of this one here, as Bryan now, from behind, had Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns counters, and a belly-to-belly suplex takes down, not a suplex, a belly-to-belly slam, but Bryan now kips back up to his feet, shades of his mentor, Shawn Michaels, and Roman Reigns now has him in a headlock, trying to stop the momentum of Daniel Bryan, as Bryan hasn't quite been able to get out of the gates since the beginning of this match. And a big Samoan drop from Roman Reigns. As apology for headphone users if that got kind of loud. I'm trying to keep the microphone far enough away so that if I do a random audio spike like that, that it's not going to be too big of a deal. But anyway, Daniel Bryan now. Roman Reigns has him in a headlock. And Bryan counters, sending Roman Reigns into the Shield's corner. And that buys Bryan enough time to make a tag into Kane. And the Big Red Machine, he's going to get a Samoan drop for his efforts. As Roman Reigns, speaking of tag matches, how about that Survivor Series one in the real WWE? I mean, Roman Reigns, he was just OD in that one with like 4 spears. He was out of control. But anyway, Roman Reigns, we'll have to see if he can get that out of control in this universe mode. But Dean Ambrose, he had grabbed Kane there, and Roman Reigns with a drop kick. Now a knee to the face of Kane. And now Kane, he's in the corner of the Shield, and that's not where either of the 3 superstars on that team want to be. But Roman Reigns now has Kane, and it looked like he was going to make a tag, but Kane trying to fight back. He's going to have to get Roman Reigns into his corner. But Roman Reigns now pounding away at the masked face of Kane here with the big right hands. And this is where the Shield specializes, not only in chaos, but when they're able to get a superstar into their corner and just make some frequent tags and get some moves to try and wear out their opponent, as that's what they're trying to do to Kane here, is now Rollins is in the ring, and a DDT there from Kane is Kane. See, that's the thing, even if you do get a little bit of offense, try to make a bit of a comeback, then if you're in your opponent's corner, then they can just simply, attack you from behind or distract you even. They don't even have to touch you. They could just distract you so much as you see Roman Reigns now grabbing Kane, and a thumb to the eye from Rollins. But like I was saying, they could pretty much distract you, they could grab you, they could do whatever they need to try and throw you off your game, and in return that would allow them to get back in control. As you see here, Ambrose had made as you saw there, great tag team work from the Shields. Ambrose had made the tag to Rollins. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns had grabbed Kane, and that bought Ambrose enough time to get into the ring and inflict some damage. As you see, Rollins was just trying to reach in there from the apron, but now Kane, backbreaker to Dean Ambrose, and Kane now finally getting them over into his corner, but Ambrose with a nice counter and a hip toss. But Ambrose, he's going to have to get out of that corner if he has any hopes of trying to keep the big man down. But the Big Red Machine takes down Ambrose with a belly-to-belly slam. And now he just picked up Ambrose by the throat there. And now Ambrose, he has Kane. He caught him with the headlock driver. And Shield could be looking to make quick work of Kane here. 1, 2... But no, Kane kicks out of the headlock driver there. And now he went for the clothesline, and I don't know what's going on, but Bryan, he went for a dropkick on the outside, and I guess Rollins sidestepped it. Now Bryan was down on the outside. And The Undertaker going to see his first action of the match with a big flying clothesline. Undertaker coming right out of the gate here, looking to inflict some major punishment on one Dean Ambrose. But Ambrose takes him down there, and he's going to try to make a tag. But Undertaker will have none of that as he takes him down with a bulldog. But still, Undertaker, he may have denied the tag, but he's going to want to get out of that corner, as that's not the place where you want to be against the Shield. As now Undertaker, he had him, but Ambrose counters. As you see now, Ambrose is right there if he needs to make a tag. And that's another benefit of being such a great team, such a cohesive unit like the Shield, and just getting the superstar in your corner. Because, you know, if you get in trouble, you can just make a tag right there. You don't have to... And it's just pretty easy. You don't have to make a struggle to get there. And now Undertaker the Shield beginning to take down the Undertaker here in their corner. As now Ambrose was going to make a tag, but Undertaker again fighting out of it here. And there's a punch, but Undertaker now sleeper holds Dean Ambrose as he managed to get Ambrose more towards the center of the ring, but Roman Reigns has to get in there and break things up. And now this is just chaos. Everything's breaking down here. Undertaker and Roman Reigns are going at it, and Roman Reigns takes down the Undertaker, and now Ambrose attacking Bryan there, as things just boiled down to some chaos there, as now there's no one to make a tag for Ambrose, as Undertaker now outside of the ring. They're going after Roman Reigns. This is pure chaos here, and Undertaker, he's got Ambrose for a tombstone, but wait a minute, Ambrose reverses, and Ambrose hits the tombstone on the Undertaker, and Ambrose could go for a cover. But, oh my god, Undertaker just sat up, and now Rollins is in the ring. And I'd be freaked out if I was Rollins, but Seth Rollins with the Seth Walker there. And now all he's got to do is cover him, and Undertaker could be done here, but referee distracted with Roman Reigns here. And now into the cover, one. But what the? Undertaker just kicked out at one. That is just the power of the Undertaker, the resolve of the dead man, the Phenom, and a moonsault from Seth Rollins. And now Undertaker sits up here. As Rollins now, Ambrose is still in the ring. We got to as we're trying to get control of this chaos, Undertaker almost took out the referee there as we move on into the match. Ambrose with a knee lift there, as now Ambrose is the legal man. And the reason, like, I've explained why I trim matches, but this match went nowhere fast beyond that point. So I broke it down a little bit because, you know, like I said, I'm not going to put something on YouTube that I wouldn't watch myself. And if a match, you know, tends to drag on, like, if a match is long but it's good, then I'm not gonna trim it. Like, if it's a really good match, but, you know, if it's just something where things all over the place, you know, you see some repetitive moves, becomes a finisher fest, and okay. This length of a commentary is starting to get to me now as my throat's kind of acting up, but I think I can make it through the rest of this match. We'll have to see, but Undertaker fights off Roman Reigns. I'm sorry about, you know, going a little bit on a side tangent there, but Roman Reigns, forearm to the face, or maybe an elbow, I'm not sure, but he connected to the face of the Undertaker. And I'm going to grab a quick drink here. Roman Reigns into the cover. One. Better kick out from Undertaker. And now he blocked the punch from Roman Reigns. As now Undertaker back suplex to Roman Reigns. And now the Undertaker makes the tag there to Kane. And now Ambrose is on the apron for the other team. See, this is the kind of chaos that the Shield brings into their matches. And here's an armbar from Roman Reigns, as once again, all the superstars re-enter the ring. And this is just the kind of chaos that tends to be around when the Shield is in a match, especially in a tag team match like this. Is elbow from Roman Reigns, and now Roman Reigns went for the drop kick, but it was blocked by Kane, and Roman Reigns kicked to the gut, as he's now got a headlock locked in, and a hip toss to the Big Red Machine Kane. And now Roman Reigns punching away the side of the head of the Big Red Monster Kane. And now Roman Reigns flips him over. And now with driving that knee into the back there with a bit of a face lock added into that. It's quite the submission hold there. Daniel Bryan would probably be proud. But Undertaker trying to get over there to break it up, and he does. As now Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan are going at it. Roman Reigns and Undertaker are going at it here. As there's just a bunch of chaos all throughout the ring. All 6 superstars are in the ring. The referee has got to regain control of this thing, and I would say he does, but there's still action on the outside of the ring. We got Rollins versus Undertaker. We had Ambrose versus Bryan on another side. Undertaker now has to get back out of the ring. Meanwhile, Kane now driving that glove into the face of Roman Reigns, trying to make him pass out here. As now, once again, all the superstars re-enter the ring. And in the end, Roman Reigns gets over there to save Dean Ambrose gets over there to save Roman Reigns. And now Kane, he's got Roman Reigns here, setting him up for a tombstone, shades of his brother, The Undertaker. And now Kane dragging Roman Reigns away from the ropes. He's going to have to go for the cover there. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and no, Roman Reigns just manages to kick out. As you saw, Ambrose and Rollins kind of collided there. But luckily, Roman Reigns was able to kick out. Otherwise, this team between Daniel Bryan and the Brothers of Destruction may have won. And now a camel clutch locked in from Kane there and is broken up there by the Shield. As now Daniel Bryan and Ambrose are trying to drive back the Shield back into their corner. As Roman Reigns now back in control with a belly-to-belly takedown there to counter Kane. And now Roman Reigns dragging Kane away from the ropes. Hooks the leg here. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count. As now Roman Reigns runs off the ropes here, and I don't know what he's doing here. But he takes down Kane there with a snapmare. And now Kane with a punch to the gut. Kick to the gut now of Roman Reigns. As now Kane went to make a tag, and he does. As Roman Reigns tried to go into the flying clothesline. But Kane knocked him to the ground, and now Bryan into the cover. 1, 2, but Roman Reigns kicks out, staying alive for the Shield. And now Ambrose, he's got to get out of the ring here, and he does. As Daniel Bryan now sends Roman Reigns into the corner. And now here's Daniel Bryan. Double Irish whip there. And there's a hip toss and a kick to the back and the front there from Undertaker and Daniel Bryan. And Undertaker knocks Seth Rollins off the apron there. But he's got to focus on Roman Reigns, but Undertaker going now out after Seth Rollins here. As Undertaker, he can't get too caught up with going after the Shield. He's going to have to focus on the task at hand, and that's Roman Reigns out of nowhere with a spear. And that's why you got to focus against a match against the Shield. And now into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and no one was able to get there in time. And the Shield got the victories. Eventually, Undertaker just couldn't kick out of that spear, and he got distracted with Seth Rollins, and that kind of cost him there. As, again, just the kind of chaos that goes on, oh my god, I'm speechless now, but just the kind of chaos that the Shield operates under, and it cost the Undertaker. He got a little too caught up in the chaos, lost sight of the match, and focusing on Roman Reigns, and that gave Roman Reigns enough time to recover, and come in out of nowhere with that spear. He broke Undertaker in half. And the Shield are victorious here tonight at SummerSlam. Second pay-per-view victory in a row for the Shield. But anyway, let's move on to a bit of a calmer match. We got the Divas Championship between Natalya and Kaitlyn.
Scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Divas Championship. Making her way to the ring from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, she is the Divas Champion, Natalya.
Oh boy, the champion looks ready. There's some serious focus in those eyes.
Texas, Kaitlyn.
And here comes one of the most powerful divas in WWE today, Kaitlyn.
And that right there, folks, is what it's all about. The WWE Divas Championship, the butterfly. Okay, I saw this on a WWE.com article for one of the title matches at a pay-per-view once. The butterfly emblazoned belt. And you wonder why we don't have faith in this Divas division, and like the current WWE Divas division. You know, when you say, oh, it's a butterfly emblazoned title. Think about that for a minute. Okay, I'm not really going to wait a full minute to give you to think about that, but speaking of minutes, we're about to approach the hour mark on this pay-per-view, so give yourself a round of applause if you've stuck it out to this point. But anyway, let's get into the Divas match here. Kaitlyn and Natalya's. Kaitlyn, I mean, these superstars have kind of gone, or Divas, these Divas have gone back and forth with victories over each other's. Kaitlyn got a victory in her debut match against Natalya, and then I think the following week, Natalya picked up a victory. And most recently on SmackDown, it was Kaitlyn versus Oksana. Sorry, excuse me. But it was Kaitlyn versus Oksana. And Oksana managed to pull off I wouldn't say the upset, but she managed to pick up the victory over Kaitlyn, kind of derailing Kaitlyn's momentum. So we'll have to see if Kaitlyn can rebound off that loss and still be successful here in this Divas Championship match against Natalya. But I mean, when you go up against like a diva like Natalya, she's one of the best wrestlers in the Divas division, at least in my opinion. I'm sure, no, not that's not really an opinion, it's facts. She's one of the best wrestlers in the Divas division. So Kaitlyn, she's going to have to go into her bag of tricks and pull out maybe a little bit of something out of the norm of her usual offense. But out of usual offense, we haven't really seen too much out of Kaitlyn yet, as she only did debut earlier this month. So Kaitlyn, she's going to have to really dig down deep if she hopes to put away Natalya here and become the new Divas champion. But Natalya, she won the title back at Capital Punishment by defeating the one and only the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix. And then at Vengeance, both Divas took each other to the limit, but in the end, Natalya retained the title against Beth Phoenix. And since then, Beth Phoenix has left the WWE, she has retired, and now Kaitlyn steps up to bring a new challenge to Natalya. So we'll have to see Natalya going from a diva that she knows that she's former tag team partners with in Beth Phoenix. Both, I wouldn't say powerhouse. Oh, wait, roll up here by Kaitlyn. 1, 2, and no, she tried to catch Natalya off guard, but Natalya counters with a roll up of her own, and we're into this game again. Yay. But anyway, like I was saying, she goes from facing a diva, I mean, although a challenging diva, like a very, very competitive competitor, that's a little redundant, but a very competitive diva like Beth Phoenix, but Kaitlyn with a gutbuster here. 1, 2, no, Natalya kicks out. But I mean, Natalya goes, although Beth Phoenix is a very competitive diva, still, I mean, Natalya and Beth Phoenix are friends, and they have, I mean, they've known each other for a while. So Natalya, she goes from facing something that she knows with Beth Phoenix to a bit of a new diva, still kind of unsure exactly what Kaitlyn's capable of. So she's, I mean, this could be her opportunity to try and catch Natalya off guard and get the victory here. But Natalya takes her down with a swinging neck breaker. But Natalya, she's going to have to, slowly, she's going to learn a little bit more about Natalya's wrestling offense. But there's Natalya's offense with the spinning discus clothesline, hooks the leg. 1, 2, no, not a 2 count as Kaitlyn kicks out. Showing a bit of her resolve to stay alive in this one, as now Kaitlyn counters the Irish whip, sending Natalya over the top rope. And now it's Kaitlyn here. Counter from Natalya. And there's a sunset flip roll up over the top. 1, 2. And Kaitlyn now reverses it. 1, 2. No, but now it's Natalya who counters. 1, 2. Oh boy, we're at this part of the match again. And another roll up. 1, 2. Alright, this is my drink break. Is it finally over? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so Kaitlyn kicks out. And anyway, so we're back into this. And that's what I kind of think. I've said it before, but the leverage pin should kind of be limited to maybe, like 3. So that, you know, say when you get that normal one where it counters from the roll-up to the bridge to the backslide, you know. Even if it's a roll-up like that where they reverse it. Okay, maybe 3. So that, okay, right here you get this original roll-up here from Natalya. Kaitlyn could reverse, and then maybe Natalya reverses back, and that's enough. That's enough. It doesn't need to keep going from there, because if it's not pinned by then, nothing's really going to change. So, anyway, Natalya dragging Kaitlyn to the center of the ring, and now Natalya looking to lock in the sharpshooter, and she does, and Kaitlyn center of the ring, No hopes of a rope break here. Kaitlyn's just going to have to either power out or tap out. And Kaitlyn, she's crawling to the ropes, but she does not tap out there. As that's, like I've said before, the way the submission holds also work, where, I mean, they just sort of let go. I liked it better when you could counter out, and it gave you an opportunity to build momentum. But into the cover, and no. Natalya stays alive here. And now Kaitlyn counters an Irish whip. Natalya's in the corner, and a big running clothesline from Kaitlyn. But a counter from Beth Phoenix. Not Beth Phoenix, Natalya. What the heck? I should have never brought up Beth Phoenix. Now it's going to throw me off. But Natalya in control of Kaitlyn here now, after that knee to the face, and sets her up for another discus clothesline. Natty by nature. And Natalya could be looking to put Kaitlyn away. 1, 2, 3, and Natalya retains her WWE Divas Championship here tonight against a very wily challenger in Kaitlyn. And Kaitlyn came close. She came close to defeating Natalya, but in the end, she could not take the Divas Championship from Natalya. So Natalya, for the third pay-per-view in a row, she's going to walk out still your Divas Champion. And she's going to walk out with that championship. She's holding it up high. She can declare proudly that she is still your WWE Divas Champion. And with a big victory over Kaitlyn here tonight, we have to wonder who could challenge next for Natalya. I mean, we've got Oksana. She got the victory on SmackDown. We still have AJ waiting in there. And, of course, Kaitlyn probably still looking for another championship match. But now we're finally here with the main event of the evening. It'll be the Battle Royal for the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, between the 6 superstars on your screen. But before we get into this match, I got a little bit of a promo to show you. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I mean, if you haven't seen the video already, enjoy it, and we'll get into the match. What we're going to have at SummerSlam is a championship scramble match. It'll be you, Mr. Barrett, going one-on-one with the Animal, Dave Batista. I dominated both of those behemoths tonight, and I can do it again. And I will. If you can defeat me in a match here tonight, I'll give you a shot at the title. You're a wounded animal, and tonight, I'm going to put you down for good.
contest is an elimination match and is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Making his way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, weighing 272 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
The WWE Universe can't get enough of their champion. Listen to this reaction.
And introducing the challengers. From Manchester, England, weighing 246 pounds, Wayne Barrett.
And this challenger feels they can beat the champ. I'm not sure I agree, but anything can happen in a WWE ring.
St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 245 pounds, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton.
The Apex Predator takes his slow and deliberate steps toward the ring.
Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Oh man, two of the most exciting superstars in the WWE, and the title is on the line.
Mexico, weighing 263 pounds, Alberto Del Rio.
Del Rio has countless ways he can defeat an opponent.
pounds, the Animal, Batista!
He's a decorated champion, a dominant superstar, and a pure animal.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to add in that promo. I mean, it's already an hour, 20 minutes. I mean, wow, I'm going all in on this pay-per-view. But anyway, enough about me. I'm kind of kissing my own ass here, so I'm going to shut up. Anyway, so, we have our main event of the evening. Arguably the most anticipated match of this pay-per-view. We have the well, it was supposed to be a championship scramble, until I found out that the championship scramble is not in the game. And I mean, true, they haven't used it in a while, but I was expecting it to be in the game. I mean, I didn't think they were going to pull out the championship scramble, but they did, and it kind of caught me off guard. I didn't realize it till, a week before SummerSlam, so I'm like, oh, crap. I gotta pull something out of my ass here. I gotta come up with an idea. And, I mean, we had the whole, no, I'm done there. I'm not going to say anything more, but anyway, we have our 6 competitors in this one. We have the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus, Human Jar of Mayonnaise. I don't know. Anyway, so I need to move on. So we have Sheamus. We have the Animal Batista. Just barely got in last minute. On SmackDown, he got a victory over Sheamus to get into this one. We have Mark Henry, who defeated the Big Show and Batista to get into this. We have Alberto Del Rio, who defeated Edge. We have Orton, who got a few victories near around Vengeance, which got himself into this match, including a victory over then #1 contender Wade Barrett. So Randy Orton earned his way into this match as well. And of course, we have Wade Barrett, who defeated Batista when Batista first returned to SmackDown to the WWE. So that's how our 6 competitors got here. I shouldn't really have to explain Sheamus. He's the world champion, but he's got quite a task ahead of him here, because this is a 6-man elimination pinfall battle royal. And the way that things will work out, you pretty much pin or submit your opponents until we get down to the final 2, and then it's pretty much a one-on-one match. But, one thing I kind of think they should add in is, just a normal 6-pack match, where it's not a battle royal, but you could have 6 superstars compete in a match, not elimination, just an actual match. Pretty sure it was called like the 6-pack challenge or something like that, but I'm actually kind of surprised they've never had that in a game. But I mean, that's something, it's something they could add in for a future date. But also kind of like these pinfall battle royals, where how you can't leave the ring. That's a bit it's kind of like I mean, for at least a fatal 4-way match, you can set it to a normal fatal 4-way and then put elimination on, so you can leave the ring. But since they don't have like a 6-pack match or something like that, RKO out of nowhere! Oh my God, Randy Orton, he threw Wade Barrett up there and came in out of nowhere with an RKO. 1, 2. No, Wade Barrett manages to kick out. But I'm sorry about that, but I did not see that coming. As we can see, Sheamus takes down Batista. He's on a roll here, on a comeback, getting fired up. But yeah, like I was saying about the 6-pack match, how you can't leave the ring. But anyway, I'm going to focus more on the match because I don't want to get caught off guard again. As you see, Del Rio, he's getting fired up here, and no way is he going to tilt-a-whirl backbreaker to Mark Henry. How is Del Rio's leg not broken? But a roll-up from Orton there. 1, and a kick out from Barrett there. As refs got to pay attention. We got Batista covering Sheamus here. 2 count, and Sheamus kicks out. And now Mark Henry, big clothesline to Alberto Del Rio. And now, as we can see, Wade Barrett takes down Randy Orton with a belly-to-belly. And now Del Rio's going up here. He's going for a ride. A world's strongest slam from Mark Henry. And Del Rio could be the first eliminated. Henry hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Alberto Del Rio's gone. Off the winds of change now. It's Barrett into the cover. 1, 2, no, not 2 count. Randy Orton manages to stay alive there. And now Barrett, bullhammer to Wade Barrett, or Oh, my God. Bullhammer to Orton. 1, 2, and a kick out by Randy Orton there. As that was a close one there. That bullhammer, I would have thought would have put him away. But then again, I thought that catapult RKO would have been enough to put away Barrett, but he stayed alive. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, we have Mark Henry getting double teamed by Batista and Sheamus as Mark Henry eats a Batista bomb. Covered by Sheamus, 2 count. And no, I thought that was it, but Mark Henry stays alive. As that's one thing you got to do to take out somebody like Mark Henry with the size and the strength of Mark Henry. You're going to have to double him up here, as that's what Batista and Sheamus are doing right now. And anyway, Orton was just stomping on Wade Barrett. Hooks the leg here. 1, 2, and no, there's a kick out from Batista's. I really don't know who's getting pinned in these battle royals, but 2 count. And 3, Randy Orton eliminates Wade Barrett. So we're down to 4. Do I agree with that finish? No, I don't, because, you know, he had forever to kick out, but that's just how the game goes. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, no, wait, 2 count, and both superstars kick out. So we're down to 4. RKO by Randy Orton to Mark Henry, and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Mark Henry's eliminated. We're down to 3. It's Batista, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. So we have Sheamus, the world champion, Batista, who's been, you know, embroiled in all this in recent weeks. And we have Randy Orton, who I'd have to say, Randy Orton's a bit of a dark horse in this one, as he hasn't had, I don't think he's had really any matches since returning, or since 2K14 started. I mean, he did get his big victories in WWE 13, but we haven't seen really a lot of action from Orton as of the new game. But anyway, Sheamus now, there was the high cross power bomb to Batista, and now into the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Batista's gone, so we're down to 2. It's the world champion Sheamus and the Viper Randy Orton. And how fitting that these two would start up their matchup with a lockup. And now Sheamus went for, now he takes him down with a belly-to-belly suplex. And now that we're down to the final 2, it'll be a little bit easier to focus on the action in the ring. But the question is, who is going to walk out the winner? As we've gotten through 4 of the superstars, and Sheamus has now increased his chances to 50-50 of winning the belt or retaining. But Orton takes him down with a power slam. 1, 2, 3, and Randy Orton. Randy Orton wins the match. He's your new world champion. And like I said, he was a dark horse. That was an unexpected victory there. Out of all the superstars in that match, I have to say I would not have expected Randy Orton to walk out the champion once again. Do I agree with that finish? No, but it's believable because, let's face it, all of these superstars suffered punishment. We started with 6, and we went down to eventually 1. And Randy Orton, believe it or not, Randy Orton's your new World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to walk out of SummerSlam, out of that 6-man Battle Royal with the World Heavyweight Champion. So, the perfect storm, SummerSlam, has come to an end. It was a fun time being here for over an hour. I hope you all enjoyed the pay-per-view. Hopefully, you know, any superstars you wanted to see win did, any outcomes, but as you can see, we'll go over the card one more time. Tons of Funk defeated the new Millennia to become the new Tag Team Champions. Ryback won the Intercontinental Championship from Christian. John Cena defeated CM Punk. The Miz defeated Antonio Cesaro, so he'll be facing Jack Swagger on Raw for the U.S. title. The Shield defeated the Brothers of Destruction and Daniel Bryan. Natalya defeated Kaitlyn for the Divas title. And, of course, in the main event, Randy Orton won the World Heavyweight Championship. So let's check out the news here. Nothing really that you didn't already know, but there you can see it's official who the new champions are. So let's check out the rankings. Ambrose, still your WWE Champion, of course. Swagger, United States Champion. That should be fixed. Miz should be up top. Tons of Funk, new Tag Team Champions. Natalya retains the title. But anyway, Ryback, new Intercontinental Champion. And then Randy Orton, your new World Heavyweight Champion. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure to pound the like button if you enjoyed. If you stuck it out to this point, leave a comment. Keep on YouTubing.